Hi guys, so today is our final session of our 6 weeks Pilates program. Hope you've enjoyed the sessions running up to this one and it's given you a little bit of an idea, introduction into Pilates. So today we're going to put together some of the exercises that we've been working through over the 6 weeks and just make it into one whole 30-minute routine. Okay, so let's go over to our mats. We're just going to do a little warm up to start off with. So if we bring those arms out in front, relax the shoulders, just twisting that upper body, keeping those hips fixed forward, loosening up through the upper part of the spine. Just focus on keeping those hips fixed forward, don't allow those hips to twist with you. Good, and then bringing the hands down to the side. Now bending across to one side to feel that stretch through the side into that lower back. And then bring that arm up if you want to increase that stretch. And one more on each side, keeping those feet down on the floor. Good, and then we're going to work through those Pilates roll downs as well, so bringing that chin to the chest, round the shoulders, feeling each vertebra at a time, reaching down for the toes. Once you get as far as you can, just hold it there, allow the shoulders and the head to be heavy, just turning the neck left to right, just moving it side to side. Allow the head to be heavy, mobilise through the neck, and then keep the chin tucked into the chest. Roll it back up to the top so the head's the last thing to come back up at the top, and give those shoulders a little roll back. And we go again. Try and bring the hands a little bit further each time. Feel that stretch down the back of the legs, hold it there, keep that chin tucked in to the chest. Allow the arms to be heavy, so just wobble and float the arms up and down, around, just let them hang down. And then roll it back up to the top again. And roll those shoulders back up the top. Good, and last one, we're going to bring it all the way down to the floor for the last one. So chin to chest, round the shoulders in, reach it all the way down to the floor. If you need to bend the knees to get your hands to the floor, you can, and just walk it out into that all fours position. So from there, just sit back in to that child's pose, reaching the fingertips away, feel that stretch through the hips and into the lower back, and also through the arms. And then just rocking back forwards into the all fours, and back again. And then if you want to bring it forward down into cobra, lifting the head up, then you can, just to work through that spine and stretch through the core. So sitting all the way back and bringing it forwards again. And again. Good. We're going to do one more. Last one. Good. Bring it back into that all fours position, just making sure elbows and wrists are in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. Just working through that cat and cow stretch, arching through the back, lifting the head up, and then round in the back, tucking the chin into the chest, and repeat the same again. So really just to mobilise through that spine. A nice deep breath in through the nose as you curl up, and exhale as you arch the back. Good, last one. then bringing those hips back into the middle to keep that back nice and flat. We're going to work opposite arm and leg, so we're working the full body through this one, working through the shoulders, the glutes, the hamstrings, and through the hips and core, all at the same time. So we're extending opposite arm and leg, nice and straight, back into the middle, and the same on the other side. Remember, we're making sure that that hip isn't twisting away from the floor, so you want to keep it fixed down towards the floor as you switch over. So really switch that core on. Keep it nice, slow and controlled. Really stretch out, squeeze that glute. Pull that belly button in towards the spine. I'm going to go for 10 more here. Keep that breathing going. Three, 2, and last one. And just sit back onto the heels just to take that pressure off from the upper body. So remember, at any point during the session, you can always come back into this child's pose just to release any pressure off. And then now we're going to bring it down onto the front, stretching out the arms and the legs. From here, we're going to work opposite arm and leg now. So again, we're working through that whole body. As we lift that leg, really focus on keeping that pelvis still, preventing that rocking motion through the hips. So keep the eyes down onto the mat, so we're not lifting the neck right up. Opposite arm and leg, and back down again, and same on the other side. So keep that going. I'm going to set a timer for this one. We're going to work for 1 minute in total, alternating opposite arm and leg. So really squeeze through that glute and back down, working through the back at the same time. Deep breath in through the nose and exhale as you lift. And squeeze. And squeeze. Imagine someone's pulling on your arm and your ankle, so you're really lengthening through that arm and leg as you lift up. Good, keep it going. We've got 10 seconds left. Last one, and relax it there, good. And then from there, if we push ourselves back round onto the side, we're going to work through the clam, but we're going to do it slightly differently today. So just to add a little bit more onto this clam exercise, if you have your bands with you, feel free to place your band just above the knees for this exercise. So making sure the elbow is in line with the shoulder. Bending the knees, remember keep those ankles in line with the glutes. The bottom knee is going to stay down on the floor, so it's a little bit like a side plank. You're going to lift the top leg away, so if you've got a band around your knees already, you're going to feel that band trying to pull that leg back down. So really try and keep that leg up in position, and then from here you can place your hand on your hip, or you can place it on the floor just as a placement, so make sure you're not forcing down through that arm. So from here we're lifting the hips off and back down again. So up and back down, really squeezing through that core, working that glute and working the adductors at the same time. Good. Try and keep that top leg up as much as you can, so don't allow that band or the movement to pull that knee back down. Keep it up in position. Good. 7 to go. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, and 1. Good. Relax it there. Bring the bottom arm out straight so you can relax your head onto the arm. Again, if you've got a band on, keep your band on for this next exercise. We're going to do this one timed. So, extending that top leg out straight, bringing the toes towards the shins, making sure you're not rocking backwards or forwards too much. Lifting that leg just up to hip height. You're going to do a small circle clockwise, anti-clockwise, and back down again. So lift up to hip height, small circle clockwise with the leg, anti-clockwise, and back down. And again, so really squeeze through that glute. Remember, we're not lifting the leg up here, just in line with that hip. Really small circles. Make sure you're circling with the leg and not just with the ankle. Anti-clockwise and back down. Keep that core switched on at the same time to help control that whole middle area, to stop you from wobbling as you're doing those circles. Let's keep it going. 7 seconds left. Let's get one more in. And relax it there, good. If you turn it onto the back, we stretch out that side that you've just worked. So if you bring that leg across the other leg, just to stretch out through the glutes. Hold it there, just relax into the stretch, feel the stretch. Take some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good, and then hug that knee into the chest, just to change that stretch. And relax that leg back down. Now bringing the heels as close as you can towards the glutes, relaxing the arms down. We're going to work through our shoulder bridge, so we're tilting that pelvis to flatten the back onto the floor, driving through the heels up, really squeeze the glutes and the core, and roll it back down again. And again up, squeeze, drive through the heels, and back down, and again. And again. Squeeze. Control those hips, so remember those headlights on the hips, going straight up, no twisting or rotating through those hips. The more you squeeze, the more you're going to feel it. We've got 2 more here. And last one. And then we're going to switch it now onto a single leg bridge. So if we start off with the right side, with the left leg, you can bring the knee into the chest, or you can extend it out straight. Place the left leg wherever you like, as long as it's off the floor. Now if you're not comfortable with this one, you can go back to the ordinary bridge, keeping both feet down on the floor. So let's drive through that right side, driving through the right heel, pushing up and back down again. So exactly the same, but just really working through that one side, squeezing that glute Control those hips. Five more. Drive up. Two more to go. Drive through that heel, squeeze, and last one, squeeze. Good, and then switch over. Now onto that left side, lifting the right leg off, and up, drive through that heel, and back down again. Pushing those hips straight up towards the ceiling. Five more to go. Three, two, and last one. Good, and just hug those knees into the chest, rocking the knees in and out, just to release that off. Good, and then from there, if we turn it on to the other side, we're going to work that other leg now through that clam sequence. So pop your bands back on if you've got them. So onto the arm, first, so making sure that elbow is in line with the shoulder, knees bent with the heels in line with the glutes, keeping that bottom leg down on the floor, lifting the top one away, driving those hips up and back down again. Good. Keep that core engaged. Drive up. Try and keep that top leg up, don't let the band pull it back down. Feel the burn. We've got three more to go. 3, 2, and last one. 1. Good. Relax it there. You'll probably feel that one burning. You feel that tomorrow, that's for sure. So let's bring that bottom arm out straight. Relax the head onto the arm, extending that top leg out straight, bringing the toes towards the shins, lifting up, small circle clockwise, anti-clockwise, and back down again. Keep that core switched on to avoid any rocking as you lift that leg up. Really small circles. Good. Keep it going. Keep squeezing that glute and the quad. Control that movement up and back down again, so we don't want that leg just flopping straight to the floor. Keep it controlled. Eight seconds to go. Good. Last one. And relax there. Good. If you bring it onto the back, take your bands off if you've got your band on. And then we're just going to hug that knee into the chest just to release it off. So just hold it there to stretch out through the glute. And then bring that leg across the other knee just to change that stretch. And relax into it, take a nice deep breath in through the nose and exhale. Good, and just hug both knees in, just doing small circles clockwise and anti-clockwise just to release any pressure off. Good. Okay, now we're going to work through the core, so extending the legs out straight and bringing the arms up above the head. We're going to work opposite arm and leg, so we're crunching, reaching opposite arm and leg, reaching for the outer part of the leg, keeping the other arm back, really twist and crunch in the middle and back down again. So we're just going to work one side to start with, so lift the head and shoulders up and crunch and back down again. Good. If you need to bend the knee a little bit more, then you can. Keep it nice and slow and controlled. Keep it going. Three more to go. 2, and last one, and relax it there. Good. Now we go on to the other side, crunch up and down. Bend the knee a little bit if you need to. Really squeeze as you lift up. Four more. 3, 2, last one, big squeeze, and 1. Good. Relax it there. Just bring the arms back over onto the floor, and if you need to, just turn yourself to the side just to push yourself back up into the seated position. So from here, we're now going to work on our roll down. So we've got the choice of half a roll down, or a full roll down. So keeping the back up nice and straight, you bring the chin to the chest, round the shoulders, rolling it down just to that halfway mark, and slowly back up to the top again, or you can roll it all the way down. Keep it nice and slow, down to the floor, and then back up, keeping those feet down onto the floor. So keep it nice and slow on the way up. If you have a band, remember, as I showed you before, if you place the band on top of your feet, wrap it around the sides so you can hold the band in between the knees, just to give you a bit more assistance as you go. So we go for 10 in total. Choose if you're going halfway or all the way. If you're already going, keep it going. Deep breath in through the nose and exhale on the way up. Really squeeze through that core. Good, keep it going. Nice and slow. You've got 5 more here. Good, 3 more. 2 more. Good, and last one. Back up to the top again. Good. Okay, if we turn it back round onto the front, just to finish off with, we're going to hold a 30-second plank. So I'll give you a few options of what you would like to do. So we've got keeping the elbows down on the floor onto the knees, holding it in that position, or tucking the toes under, holding it with the toes and the knees off the floor, not the toes off the floor, knees off the floor, making sure your elbows are in line with the shoulder. So don't go just yet, so I'm going to start the time. I'll add a little bit into it as we go if you just want to increase it a little bit more. So in your positions, get ready, off we go, 30 seconds. So if you want to add a bit more, you can add a twist, twisting the hips down to the floor and back across to the other side, or you can tap one foot to the side and back, and then the same on the other side. If you're just happy to hold it, you can hold it because we're nearly there. 3, 2, 1, and relax it there. Good. If you push back into that child's pose, hold it there just to take that pressure off. And then bring it down into cobra, lifting that head up and back again. And again. And back. And last one. And then if you tuck those toes under, pushing the heels down to the floor into that downward dog. Remember, if you need to bend the knees a bit to help keep that back nice and flat, then you can. Hold it there, keep the chin into the chest. Feel that stretch down the back of the legs. And just alternate the heels, bending the knees so you're rocking just a stretch through the calves and the hamstrings. And then keep the chin into the chest. Slowly walk those hands in, rolling it up nice and slow. So the head is the last thing to come up the top. Round those shoulders back at the top. Good. Now, if you come back into the middle of your mat, take a nice deep breath in through the nose, bring the arms up towards the ceiling, exhale, let them drop, and again. Good, bring the arms up, bring them down to the side, nice deep breath in, bring the shoulders up to the ears, and exhale, let the shoulders drop. Good, and give yourself a clap. Well done, guys. You've made it through our 6 weeks Pilates program, so hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given you some ideas of kind of how Pilates works and what the exercises are like, and hopefully I'll see you soon and we can work through a few more sessions just so we can advance some of the exercises. The more you work through them, you'll get used to them, so we'll have to make a few adjustments just to progress them. So hope you enjoyed all the sessions and I hope to see you all soon. Thank you and goodbye.